Hey guys, Omar here, and welcome to part two of finding your editing style. If you didn't see part one, go back. Now today we're going to show you how to work your look where it most counts, on Instagram. Okay, remember, just as a quick reminder, we had four main looks. We had our S-curve, which was our first look. The second was mid-tones up, which is a little flatter photograph. The third one is using the faded look a little, and remember, don't get too heavy-handed with the faded because it's kind of might be a fad photograph. And so our third look is faded with an S-curve, and the fourth one is faded with the mid-tones up, which is the flattest, most dreamiest profile. Okay, so how do you do the same thing on Instagram? All right, just like our last video, we have the kid here. To pick your S-curve on Instagram, now by the way, you obviously can do filters that match the look you're going for. So before you do a preset, let me show you so you can understand what the preset is doing before you choose it. Edit. We're looking at these three: fade, highlight, and shadows. Okay, so these three right here. So what we want to do is, let's start with the S-curve. The S-curve is bringing your shadows down, done, and bringing your highlights up. So your first look is very contrasty, just like an S-curve. Next look. All right, next look is mid-tones up. So to do mid-tones up, what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna bring your shadows. You're just gonna mess with your shadows alone, not your highlights. And you're gonna bring that up a bit to your liking. So that's mid-tones up. A little softer, a little more normal. In the last video, I just kept doing this, which was quite annoying. Joe, you ever see Joey, like Joey and Friends, where he doesn't know how to do the quotes?
And you accidentally proposed to Rachel.
Can I just stop you right there for a second? When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
Love Friends. Okay, so now faded S-curve. So go to fade and pick how much fade you want. So we're gonna go heavy-handed, 87 there, and now you can S-curve it. Shadows down, like this. This is the S-curve, and highlights up. So here's faded with an S-curve. And last is we got a fade going on, but we want to bring the mid-tones up. And what you need to do is go to shadows and bring the shadows up. And that gives you the flattest, dreamiest, softest. Now remember, in the last video we talked about it's not done yet. This is only your foundation. Start with your curve. Start with the four looks. Pick the one you kind of want to work with. And then you can add to that look, okay? Now that you know the four foundations of your look, you actually can understand what the presets or the filters in Instagram are doing. Let's go through a few of them. Let's start with Claridon. Okay, so if you notice, maybe you can guess already. Claridon, what kind of S-curve is it? You in the back. Correct, it looks kind of like an S-curve. Now what's cool, remember, you can tone down. These presets all have levels, and you should probably bring the levels down because most of them are very heavy-handed. Let's look at gingham style. Okay, so gingham style, you notice it looks like it's faded, so it's definitely in the faded look. Lark, S-curve, okay. Reyes is faded with mid-tones up, so this is like the dreamiest, the softest. Look at Juno, yo! All right, guess. Juno is what kind of curve? That's right, it's an S-curve. It doesn't look like mid-tones up. Slumber, you can tell, is a faded. Crema is a faded, looks like a normal curve on that one. Ludwig, looks like an S-curve, no fade on that. Aiden looks like a faded with mid-tones up a bit. So you can now understand what the curves are doing, and some of them are crazy. Let's see what we got here. See if there's one that's... Aw, I like Valencia. Valencia is normal, no fade, but the midtones are up. So Valencia, if you like Valencia, that means you like the kind of the photograph to be very normal, not very faded and not very like super crunchy. How about last one? This is an easy one for you slow people out there. Lo-fi. Lo-fi is S-curve. Very good, very good. All right, so I hope that helped you guys a little bit understand curves and how it is a foundation for your look. In the next video, we're gonna start talking about color a little bit and look at some black and whites. All right, peeps, happy editing.
I'm sorry.